Bill and I have been dating for about 6 months. To my understanding...
How did that go? How has that been?
It was great. So I thought, I was led to believe that it was going to become something serious.
How were you led to believe that?
Well, first off, I mentioned on our very first date that I'm dating to marry. I'm 36 years old. I'm not just dating to have fun. Like
How
some
many guys
people.
have you told that to?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
How many guys have you expressed that to when you meet them? Or
Well, I haven't been dating for a while. He's my first date in about 2 years.
do you think what you say has anything to do with it?
Well, Your Honor, with all respect, I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from Silicon Valley. Where I'm from, we are straightforward, to the point, serious, and...
Okay, that may not, don't sound like that's been working out for you, though.
Apparently not.
Yeah, no, that's...
Lesson learned, that's for sure.
I don't know of any man who would hang around long after you tell them that on the first date.
And
any man. I'm here, and you got to marry me if we gonna go on the second date, third date, fourth date, or fifth date. They don't even know you. I don't even know you. What are you talking about?
And
you might be the worst date in the world. You might turn bad on me next month. So what are you talking about? You better try to get along with me and get me to like you and me like you. I mean, that's...
I agree.
Go ahead, though. That's your
that
thing.
is why I was led to believe it could have been more than just dating. We went on
No, you led yourself to believe that.
Well, no. If I may, with all respect, Your Honor, no, we went on 4 more dates after the fact that I told him I'm dating to marry. Not only did we go on 4 more dates...
Either they leave or they trick you. He tricked you.
He tricked me.
That's what's going to happen to you over and over, ma'am. Either a guy going to trick you or he's just going to leave. No man is doing that. I'm sorry. I know a lot of men, I guess you would assume. And I just know that... You know anybody that ever did that? Any man that ever did that? Either I trick them or stay around when you tell them that. They trick ladies. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Yeah, so...
Just trying to give you a little for the future. You got to massage it a little better.
I get it now.
Do it nuance that thing a little bit. All right, go ahead.
Right. So Houdini here with his tricks.
Right.
He... listened. I mean, the very first...
On those dates, how was it going?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Everything I told him on the first date that I loved, that I enjoyed. I mean, the first date I told him my favorite thing to do was bowl. Our second date, we're at the bowling alley. Empty. He rented out the bowling alley for just him and I. Tricked me.
Now that's big.
Yeah, exactly. So I was really led to believe this was going to go somewhere.
Yeah, I would too. Somebody rent out the whole establishment for me. Yeah, absolutely. I say he in love, and the next step is the altar. You're right to believe that. All right, I'm back with you now.
Okay.
First, I thought something was wrong with you, but no, you got it right. If he did, you told him that, and that was his response. No, you got right to believe that. So he led you to believe.
He led me to believe we were going to be more than just dating partners. So fast forward to when I got hurt. He invited me to a barbecue at his home.
The lawsuit we're talking about.
Yes.
You all were still dating?
Yes.
All right. Let me allow him to give some background, and then we'll get to the specific incident that we're here for.
Like she said, we met at a coffee shop. She ordered one of my favorite drinks, a chai latte, and I said, make it 2, trying to be smooth. And she did bring up the whole marriage thing, but I explained to her, yeah, I'm dating to marry too, who isn't, but I'm single until I'm married. You know what I mean?
Well, until you make the commitment. Well, I guess you're single, but in terms of dating other ladies, you're dating other ladies until you tell the one that you're committed.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on that understanding.
That's my values. People do what they want to do. So
I agree. I'm from the South. You know, Southern values is what we do. But a few things go on. We have a few dates. We get, how do I put this, intimate a few times, and it's, you know, there's feelings there. There's potential there. But I didn't discuss that I am trying to marry her.
How did it go from there?
It was great. She really appreciated that I was paying attention to the things that she liked. We had gone to a paint and sip, just did some art, drank a little bit of wine, stuff like that. Fast forward to, I guess, where the incident happened. I acquired a new house from one of my family members. It's been in the family for a while. It was just kind of time for me to have it. I'm still doing renovations inside the home, but the backyard was ahead of schedule. We got it done like about 3 weeks in advance. So I said I'm gonna have a big cookout. Invite all my friends, family. My mother was there.
Ooh, you're about to tell me all your women. So let me hear that. I ain't gonna let that come out your mouth, because I don't want my son to be fighting in here. Because if you say that, that's what's gonna happen. She gonna jump on you. Yeah, I invited all my women. That's what it sounded like you were leading to. What did happen, ma'am?
He knows you already.
Yeah.
I say I know him already.
Yes, absolutely.
What did happen?
So his mother was going to be there. His only brother was coming with her. They were flying in from out of town specifically for this party. Friends of his I've never met. Again, meeting his mother and his only brother, I was led to believe it's going to be something serious. What man would introduce you to his mother?
Good point.
I believed it
Good
was
point.
going to be something serious. Not only that, when we are at the party, he does what he does best, plays Houdini, and disappeared in the house with another woman who I'm overhearing from one of
Yes.
his friends speaking, saying that that was his girlfriend. And that's when I went in the house to look for him. He was gone longer than 10 minutes with this woman. And I'm left outside with people that I've met for the first time. So I did go inside looking for him, and that is when I got hurt.
What happened when you went in? You jumped. You missed a whole lot there.
So I went in, and I'm looking for him. I'm calling his name. No response. Didn't see him. As he mentioned, the house was being renovated, so there were some paint buckets, some tools.
Not
I
supposed to
went
be there.
around them.
Not supposed to be there.
I went around them, and I went down the stairs where I thought maybe he would be. The railing was a little shaky when I was going down. I had on some really high heels that day. As I get to the middle of the staircase and I'm holding the rail, the whole railing goes falling down, and I go falling down with the railing. That's when he decides to come out. And
Where was he?
you know what? Till this day, I still don't know.
Okay.
I do know that he was with Sarah.
Okay, was any discussion? Did any discussion go on? I know about the injury, so.
Yes,
tell
I was
me-
upset. I was upset. I was hurt. I was embarrassed. Not only did him and Sarah come running to see what was going on, his mother was there. His brother was there.
And Sarah stood over, she was right there as well.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. And she screamed, "Oh my gosh, what an embarrassment." And I was completely in shambles.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interject. She is neglecting the fact that she was belligerent and drunk.
That is not the truth. I had a half of glass of wine.
Was the glass this big?
It was a glass of wine.
How you know? You had run off with Jane Doe.
No, she also
How
left
you
out.
know whether she's drinking or not? He had been gone, right?
Right. Longer than 10 minutes.
Go ahead.
So, Sarah's my business partner. Sarah and I, she is a real estate agent, and I told you I flip houses. So our business aligns. It's important for us to work together. She's a big community influence. She's been in the area for years. I'd be a fool not to work with her. And yes, we have dated in the past and, you know, had our moments, but she was there as a friend, as a business partner.
Did you have that area blocked off?
Yes,
You said
sir.
you were doing renovations. How was it blocked off?
I explicitly told her, stay in the, or not her, but the group, everyone that was there, I made an announcement. I said, let's stay in the backyard. The house is being renovated. Only use the 2 bathrooms on the first floor.
Ma'am, is
are
that
right there."
true?
He did verbally state that, but the staircase was not blocked off. The only thing that was
No,
blocked
if
off.
he stated it, that's enough. That does mean it's blocked off.
Thank
He
you.
told you not to, and you did it anyway. You took the risk and you injured yourself. Claim is dismissed. Have a good day. He instructed you not to go any further than the yard in the bathroom.
Wow. Well, I must say, I could never pull it off, but I am loving his hairstyle. To be honest, I think he looks great. Um, I don't even know what the inspiration for that is. Like he's very distinguished looking for sure. Like if you had a room of people, he's gonna stand out, and he's not standing out. He's standing out in a good way, I think. Um, Unless you have a very traditional sense of haircuts and hairstyles and stuff, in which case, I'm sure this would be all sorts of alarm bells would be going for you. But I'm loving it. I'm into it. Um, she telling someone on the first date that you're dating to marry. I'm a pretty firm believer that you shouldn't be dating unless you have an eye on marriage, but that's pretty traditional value. A lot of people are dating just for fun. So I think if that was the point of what you were saying, if you're what you're not trying to say is, hey, if we're dating, you're going to marry me. I think the point of saying that often is, look, if you're dating just for fun, then I'm not the girl for you. So, like, let's just separate as friends. You go date for fun. I'm going to go find someone who's serious. And I think that's pretty important to establish pretty early on, because you don't want to be led along for a year or two just for them to say, hey, look, I never had an eye on marriage. I just thought you were fun and wanted to not be alone. And this was comfortable for me. If your value there doesn't align with theirs, then you're gonna have major issues, and you're gonna have major issues way down the line, because obviously for them it's advantageous for them to not make that clear, because then you'll stay with them longer. You know, if you're the one who has the like, hey, I'm looking to move this from stage to marriage, and they're looking for fun. If you don't make it clear, they're not gonna, because they're happy with where it's at for as long as you're happy with where it's at. You know, it's only at the point where you're like, hey, it's been ages and we haven't reached the next stage. What's the deal here? That's the only reason that you're going to be able to pull out of them that, like, hey, look, I never was going to go to a next stage. This is just what it is. So I don't think that's weird, personally. If you're have an eye on like dating to get married. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much all my comments. If someone tells you not to go in a house and you go in a house because it's been renovated, and you hurt yourself, that's absolutely your fault. Like they told you not to go in there. That's like how you know how McDonald's famously got sued for I think it was a couple 1.5 $2 million, a lot of money, because a lady spilled their hot coffee on herself because they didn't tell her it was hot or something ridiculous like that. And now I think on cups it says caution hot, like at the bottom, whereas I don't think it was always like that. It's like, look, once it informs you, if you then take that cup and dump it on yourself, like, it's your own fault. In my opinion, you're a bit silly if you didn't realize it was hot already. So, laugh at me in the comments. I've just realized that this analogy isn't that great for what I was saying about the house being out of bounds. But I just think a verbal warning should be enough, personally. Like, if you choose to ignore it, you choose to ignore it, then you take any consequences on yourself. So, yep. Let me know what you think down in the comments below.